Hello, my friends. Today I'm bringing you book review number 12. And in my book challenge, will be book number 10. My 50 book challenge will be number 10. Today I bring you this. The Revenge of the Homecoming Queen. That's the front. This is the back. This is the side. It's a library book. And this is a series. This is the first book in the series. And I'm going to read the back. I, the flawless Aspen Brooks, was born to be homecoming queen. Nationally, I'm dating Lucas, the quarterback and the most popular guy in school. Blessed with stunning good looks, excellent style, and mega brains. I have that crown in the bag. So please tell me why, oh why, the tiara is being placed on the stank head of Angel and not me. My confession only grows after I hear that the school didn't vote my hottie boyfriend to be homecoming king, but ultra dark ran. To my total shock and horror, Angel actually accused me of being behind this, as if then she goes all carry on me, vowing revenge, like I'm really worried. Then something else goes terribly, terribly wrong. Strange things start happening, even stranger than Angel beating me out. Some was leaving threatening messages and slashing the tires on my precious car. I know it's that Angel doing these things so that if she wants a war by Dooney and Bark, she's got one. The Revenge of the Homecoming. Yes, friends, it is so true. Aspen loses the tiara to Angel. Angel winds up being a princess of the homecoming, and Rand, the nerd, becomes the prince of the homecoming. So, thanks to Aspen BF, Lucas, he winds up taking upon himself to set up Aspen and Rand. But at least he did not know he wasn't the only one had the same idea. When he was messing with the votes, somebody else was messing with the votes. So it turned out to be Angel and Rand. So Angel finds out that the BF Lucas did what he did. So she figured that Aspen was behind it. So revenge is all hers. She put Aspen through countless, and I mean countless, humiliation. And I mean, she flattened her tires, she took her inhaler, she put women photos in her naked photos in her locker, told everybody she was gay, and it was just a whole lot of stuff that she did to her before she wound up getting kidnapped. Now they have a kidnapper on the loose. They don't know who it is, so they are trying to figure out, and they're taking all the precautions they can to figure out who it was. They're trying to protect the kids. Everything is going on all at once. Now, Aspen is so self-centered, things are happening around her, she ain't even knowing what's going on. Later on, Aspen finds out that Rand is really in love with her, and she finds out how long he had been in love with her, and she finds out that he's her prince after he gives her this big old juicy laid out kiss in the hospital because she had a near-death experience. She had an asthma attack, and Rand was there and came to her rescue, I should say, came to her rescue. So when Rand came to the rescue, they went to the hospital. He gave her this big old kiss, took care of her and everything. Ever since then, she was not able to get that Rand out of her mind and that kiss. Then she finds out that her ex, her BF, Lucas, is cheating on her with Angel before she got kidnapped. Then she finds out that her best friend Toby, which I really enjoy Toby, finds out that Toby is gay, and she's been gay for years. But she then she want to get mad at Toby and ask Toby, well, why you never hit on me? And Toby looked at her and was like, excuse me? You are just so self-centered. That's why you didn't even know that I was gay, and I'm your BFF. That part was just so funny to me. At first she was upset because she was gay. Then she turned around and asked her, well, what's wrong with me? Oh, that was just so funny. Then she finds out that Angel was not behind all this stuff that was going on. Then then the kidnapper kidnaps Amy after Amy accepted the tiara. So all this stuff is going around happening at this school, and she has came to realize that she could be next, but it wasn't her that was next. It was her mother that was next. Now, her mother was raised up in the same town that all this is happening in and things like that. So a lot of people know each other and things like that. So by her mother being kidnapped, it wasn't no coincidence that her mother got kidnapped, because the kidnapper knows her mother. And thanks to Aspen and thanks to Rand, they figure out, well, Aspen figures out who the kidnapper is. And Rand winds up calling in the police to have them actually come to their rescue. No, let me take that back. No. Rand did not do that. The funny part in this book, well, I think, it didn't make no sense to me. Okay, Angel had been kidnapped for some days, a week. It was a whole week. Angel was missing. Now, when I read this part here, I didn't like it because it didn't make any sense to me. Now, Angel was kidnapped for a whole week. She had her cell phone on her when Aspen finds her, Angel, Amy, and her mother in this basement. She finds them. And when it was told who did the calling was Angel. When Angel got loose, thanks to Aspen, she calls 911 on her cell phone. But remind you, her phone was on for a whole week. Nobody battery lasts for a whole week. But the author gave Angel the credit, but it was really Rand that should got the credit. I didn't understand that part. So, I'm not going to give too much of the book, but the book itself was really good. And I just can't say a whole much more on this book, except that you need to go out and read. You need to get your copy. I highly recommend it. Hey, friends. All right, my thoughts on the book. I really enjoyed this book. This book is in first person, and Aspen tells the story. It is
so well told that I found myself totally indulged to the very last page. For it is a drama-filled book, and it really didn't get on my nerves because too much drama rubs me the wrong way. There's a lot of uplifting moments, lessons learned, and right down can't stop laughing moments. The book was very enjoyable. I wouldn't in particular say it was a mystery, but se- the but the I'm sorry, but the sequence of events has a twist in it to make you go into thinking mode of who could have been behind the kidnapping. The kidnapping was off the chain. I had it right the first time, and then the author threw a curveball and made me second guess myself. But I did have it right. My favorite person in this book turns out to be Aspen because she goes through a life lesson experience. True, she started off as a self-centered brat, but she revolved into a beautiful young lady inside and out at the end. And I'm rating this book 4 out of 5 stars. The writing was excellent. The characters was excellent. The story was excellent. The reality of it was excellent. Edgy-wise, kept me on the edge of my seat. Yes, it was good. Emotional, it was good. Unforgettable, yes. I don't think I would never forget this book as the years come. Challenging to keep reading, yes. I want to keep reading the book. I didn't want it to end. The thrilling part, it was just a thrill it was refreshing. It was thrilling to read something different. You can read this book just for fun. Discussion-wise, this will make a great book club book. You can sit down, you can discuss it with whoever you may have read it, or it's a very good. You can go into deep discussion about this book and make a good discussion. Rereading this book, I can reread this book again and still enjoy it. That's how good it was. Sharing with friends, I really highly recommend this book to everyone that might be watching this video. I highly recommend this book because it was just a funny, just plot. The whole thing, it was really exciting to read. It's different. So go out and get your copy, or go to your nearest library and get your copy. And it's just, all I can do is say I highly recommend this book. Okay.